The year was 1912. Villisca, Iowa, was a town where time seemed to drift along the languid currents of the Nottoway River. It was a place where children chased fireflies under the vast expanse of the Midwestern sky, their laughter echoing through the quiet streets. The scent of freshly cut hay hung in the air, a comforting aroma that spoke of honest labor and simple pleasures. Villisca was a town where neighbors knew each other's names, where doors were left unlocked, and where the rhythm of life pulsed with the steady cadence of a bygone era. But beneath the surface of this idyllic existence, a darkness was lurking. Like a serpent coiled in the grass, it waited patiently for the opportune moment to strike. And strike it would, leaving an indelible stain on the soul of Villisca, transforming it from a beacon of tranquility into a chilling testament to the horrors that can lurk beneath the veneer of small-town America. The peace was about to be shattered, its innocence forever lost. The events that transpired in the early hours of June 10, 1912, would forever alter the fabric of Villisca, leaving an unforgettable scar on its heart. At the heart of Villisca lived the Moore family. Josiah Moore, a well-respected businessman, was a pillar of the community. His wife Sarah was known for her warmth and kindness. They were the parents of 4 lively children: Herman, Catherine, Boyd, and the youngest, Paul. The Moore children were the embodiment of youthful exuberance. Herman, the eldest, was a responsible boy on the cusp of adolescence. Catherine, full of life and laughter, was the apple of her father's eye. Boyd, with his mischievous grin, possessed an adventurous spirit. And little Paul, the baby of the family, brought joy to everyone he encountered. The Moores were active members of the Presbyterian Church, their lives intertwined with the fabric of Villisca. Josiah was a successful businessman, owning the local farm implement dealership. Sarah was a devoted mother, her days filled with tending to her family and participating in church activities. Their home, a white-painted 2-story structure on the corner of 3rd Avenue and Van Buren Street, was a reflection of their hard work and commitment to family. It was a place where laughter echoed, where the aroma of Sarah's baking filled the air, and where love and contentment reigned supreme. Life in Villisca was simple, predictable, and for the Moores it was good. They were respected, even envied by many. Little did they know that their idyllic existence was teetering on the precipice of unimaginable horror. The sun dipped below the horizon on June 9, 1912, casting long shadows across Villisca. It was a Sunday, a day for rest and reflection. The Moore children had spent the afternoon at the Children's Day services at the Presbyterian Church. They had sung hymns, recited Bible verses, and enjoyed the company of their friends. That evening, 2 young girls, Lena and Ina Stillinger, joined the Moore children at their home. They were invited to stay the night, a common occurrence in the tight-knit community. The house was filled with the sounds of children's laughter, the clatter of dishes, and the comforting murmur of adult conversation. After a supper of Sarah's hearty cooking, the children played games while Josiah and Sarah relaxed on the porch, enjoying the cool evening breeze. As the fireflies began their nightly dance, Sarah called the children upstairs to bed. She tucked them in, her heart full of love for her own children and their 2 young guests. The house grew quiet, the only sound the soft chirping of crickets and the distant croaking of frogs from the nearby creek. Unbeknownst to the occupants of the Moore house, a sinister figure lurked in the shadows. He watched the house, his eyes cold and calculating, waiting for the opportune moment. The hours ticked by, each tick of the clock bringing him closer to his gruesome goal. The following morning, Mary Peckham, the Moores' neighbor, noticed an unsettling stillness next door. The Moores were usually early risers, but there was no sign of life at their home. Concerned, she approached the house and knocked on the door. Silence. She tried the doorknob. It was unlocked. A wave of dread washed over Mary as she stepped inside the house. The air was thick with the metallic scent of blood. She called out for Sarah, but only silence met her ears. She made her way through the downstairs rooms, her heart pounding in her chest. Then, she saw it. The bedroom door stood ajar, and through the gap she glimpsed a scene of unimaginable horror. Mary stumbled back, her hand flying to her mouth to stifle a scream. She ran from the house, her mind reeling from what she had seen. She raced next door to alert Ross Moore, Josiah's brother. They returned to the house, their faces pale with dread. Ross cautiously entered the house, his hand trembling as he reached for his pocket watch. The scene that greeted him was nothing short of horrific.